really kind of ugly, but it's always his style. And
Yeah,
you can,
that's it.
and it's very stereable. You know, you can look at those pictures for a while and marvel over them. Uh,
It
his
reminds
movie,
me of
A lot of weird little details.
he's still doing Bryce. I quit, got sidetracked into something else, micro photography or something, but he kept using that Bryce, and it became a free program under a different name, I think. And
Doesn't Gigi Gordon still use Bryce?
no, he uses it for the rendering of the shapes that he makes in, I think, Rhino.
Okay.
The Rhino is this old 3D program that he basically he's gotten real good at it, but he basically would kind of scribble in 3D and see what it looked like in Bryce on these big flat landscapes. And he got more and more adept at scribbling in ways that he understood how it worked. It's funny.
People follow that on Instagram.
He sells prints of his stuff in Portugal in art galleries, like $500 or so for a big print.
You
What a character!
know? Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a video stream.
I remember waiting 8 hours for some damn render to show up. Wow.
G. Gordon Gordon is the second oldest subgenius that I'm in frequent contact with. The Reverend Zaphod of North Texas is a little older, like a month older than Gordon, and it shows.
Zaphod, right? That's the guy I met in Dallas at the screening.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so.
Yeah, you guys were sitting at the bar, right?
Yeah, he's got white hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
white.
he's nice.
Nice. I'll have to tell him you said that. Actually, that guy speaks in ball busting. That's his language as a subgenius. He speaks in ball
My experience was
How many
neutral.
subgeniuses?
He didn't bust my balls, so he's nice. You know.
It's a little challenging, when the person he's talking to, like me, kind of wants to respond back with a certain amount of busting of balls, too. And like many great ball busters, they can dish it out, but sometimes they can't take it.
Hey, your kink is not my kink, and that's okay.
There was a time when I couldn't take it for years, but I went on for so long, people bashing on the boss, old Reverend Stang, because Bob wasn't around to piss on. So they get after me for whatever. And you develop a thick shell, and then you realize you don't need a shell at all. It's like you get to where you really don't pay that much attention. It doesn't bother you. So I dropped my shell's gone. It's great. It's harder for me to get butt hurt now. I hope.
We'll
Sure.
see.
Yeah, let's see.
Uh,
Yeah.
I figure I can get really butt hurt once every 5 years or so. That's okay. If somebody
Seasonal.
you can have a
The
nervous
seasonal butt hurt, 5-year butt hurt.
I mean, seriously, if you're not allowed to have a nervous breakdown every 5 years,
You go crazy.
Well, you're not
Yeah.
allowed. I can tell you that much. So remember that the next time you're about to have one. You're not allowed to have one. Just
right?
bottle it up, save it, push it down, wait 4.5 more years.
I'm about to have a nervous breakdown.
Right there is a
My head
terrible
really
word.
hurts.
You said ball buster. I mean, that's
Yeah,
got
that's
elements.
exclusive. That's exclusionary.
Yeah, I'm a
you
bit
got-
of a labia buster
All you got
myself.
balls
He doesn't talk that way to Princess.
Titty buster.
He's a Southern gentleman to Princess Lee. It's just me. It's a military background. He was in Vietnam. He actually saw combat, and he's a tough motherfucker. or at least he's been trained to act like one. You know, and my dad was in the military. I've had a whole lot of friends who are in the military, and it does teach you all kinds of shit that you need to know, and it also
It
fucks
sure
you up
does.
apparently a little bit. So depending on what
sure
happens,
does.
you know, Puzzling Evidence had the time of his life in Vietnam, but he didn't really see combat. He saw a whole lot of great drugs.
I was gonna
And
say,
cool
yeah,
weapons.
like
Yeah.
call
As
it
he's
the
told many
ballers.
times
He did.
before.
You know,
I talked with him about that at Couch Stop
Other
Sting.
people have to take Valium every day because they did see combat in Vietnam, and I can't even imagine what the Afghanistan war situation is like. So I try not to, like everybody else,
It's easy.
try not-
Play Call of Duty. It
I'm
does a
thinking
lot of the
about-
imagining for you.
things. I'm
Play Call of
thinking
Duty
about
set in
things much
Afghanistan.
worse than human wars. I'm thinking about species wars and chemical wars and horrible, horrible things to come for the planet Earth, starting in 3 days. I've got some really good weapons made up to cause Mom to create for me to get revenge on that one 5th grade teacher I'm so mad at. And she's been dead for 40 years, but back to life, subject her to every torture I ever wanted to subject her to. And then I'm done. Yeah, that's it. I don't have any other grudges. Just that one Mrs. Darden. Fucking fuck Mrs. Darden. Okay. It's okay. Got handled, maintained.
Couple more days.
So
There was
after-
some genius
once I-
hell it would be
once I
high school
torture
for me.
her for an eternity, then my main intention for X Day is to collect the things I've got dibs on, the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam, although I'm splitting that with Doc Fropp,
The
and
rights,
the Grand Canyon,
just the first or like
and
the third.
the Bermuda Triangle, and Salton's Sea, and we were going to put the Bermuda Triangle inside the Grand Canyon. I
It's
think.
more of a quadrangle.
Yeah, Bryce Canyon. I've got nobody else was thinking about this shit. I've got this whole list. I posted every few months. Here's my dubs. Here's what I'm going to do on X Day. Don't fuck with me. I'm still worried that Legume is going to show up and fuck with me. He's going to show up with his planet-destroying saucer planet and get to the Rijksmuseum before I do, or flood the Grand Canyon before I can snatch it up. I was also going to get brushwood and wisteria, and actually I had in mind to save quite a few pinks that I have mercy on and I think would make good servants.
Some of them Power
I am an
Rangers.
optimistic
The
X Day. I'm
PC
not
term is
a I really am an evangelical. I'm not a Holocaustal about this stuff. I'm not into the revenge thing. I can move beyond that after Mrs. Darden. Then it's all collecting, you know. Dr. Howell gets the dinosaur toy museum in Wyoming or wherever. You know, I wouldn't interfere with that. He has dibs on it. So you
And the
guys
X's
ought to
time,
think
I'm going to
about-
have them take me
well,
back
y'all
in
better
time.
think about what do
My
you
favorite.
deserve? You know, this is your big chance not to. Of course, it's your big chance to get revenge and destroy a bunch of idiots, but they're idiots anyway. Their lives are miserable just by virtue of being pinks. You don't need you can get revenge on them, but think about the stuff you want to keep.
I'm getting the thing. I'm taking the thing. And the
I'm
whole
calling
thing
dibs on
museum.
Iceland and
Right.
Greenland.
That's a great idea, man. I'll still pay $1 to see the thing.
27 cents. That was how much I charged to see the Beast at X Day, whatever year that was. And Susie appreciated that I was going to stick you for the extra 2 pennies. So 27 cents to see the thing.
That's great.
I want to
We
watch
had
you
a very
struggle to
strict-
the bottom. Where is
Uh,
Susie?
in I think 96 or 97.
96
Yeah.
was the prairie squid, yeah.
With a sign that said prairie squid fuck 50 cents. At the end of the festival I went in there and there were 3 quarters.
Oh, got a tip.
He just went in there halfway through it, just like
The cooler that the dead prairie squid was in smelled so bad that we had to throw it away.
But Pastor Craig put that thing on and face fucked it.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
that was
like a
a year
half.
later. That
So
was
that's a
fresh
25
one.
center.
There's a famous movie of Susie the Floozy with it thrown on her chest, and
Yeah, I was right there.
her reaction is to how cold it was. It had been on ice.
Get your squid out.
Yeah, but then Pastor Craig face fucks the damn thing.
I believe you.
You gotta, well.
Oh yeah,
that
that was actually a little. Yeah, he had a scar on his head. That's right. He had a little scar where its beak had bitten into his forehead when he face fucked the squid.
And that's how the new plague started.
Not everybody does oral sex with prairie squid. I mean, the whole idea was, I don't know.
Craig was a brave man. Yeah.
Isn't it dead?
Yeah, I'd been
When
in that
you're
cooler
done
for like
with it,
3 days.
You hope.
Yeah, going down on a dead thing is kind of useless, don't you think?
Pastor Craig was a brave enough man to slide naked off the back of the gigantic Pope Fred in a blood wrestling match at X Day and break his collarbone, leading to the biggest physical freakout we ever had. The only medics there that time were Nikki, Death Chick, and me, which isn't saying much. Luckily, the Sherman Fire Department was there in about 20 minutes and said, no, he didn't break his neck. It's just his collarbone. It's terribly painful. And he was back the next day with tons of drugs. And he was the one subgenius who hates drugs.
Yeah.
That's not fucked up.
That'll
In
learn him.
98, the one
It's a
person that got
miracle
really
from Bob.
injured in an accident was the medical doctor who was there, Dr. Tillett. He was at 98.
We're meeting Dr.
Was
Tillis.
standing a little bit too close to the bleeding head of Arnold Palmer, which they were going to dynamite, but it went off prematurely. And he took a shrapnel made of bleeding head foam. It wasn't a real head. It was an excellent replica. A rubber foam in his chest. And that took our one medical doctor out of action. Church of the Subgenius leads to the most weird involuntary slack and what you might call macho irony, maybe. Fucked up shit.
some actual doctors.
I mean, the
Real
real life things
doctors.
that happen are weirder than the crap we make up sometimes.
Speaking of Arnold Palmer, this is what I found on the way when I was walking today. I don't know if you all can see that.
It's a giant
golf
hummingbird
ball.
egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a golf course right across the street from where I live. So I see all these nice shiny eggs.
That's not too mysterious. Actually, I did have cause to be absolutely mystified by golf balls. I live on this ranch
Gotta sit on and see if it happens.
out in the middle of nowhere. We were walking along in an area we'd never been to before, and they're fucking golf balls. It was like they'd been raining from the sky. We later ascertained that there was a guy on the other side of the creek whose house you could barely see, who had gotten permission from my brother to shoot golf balls across there and also to use his shooting range from a distance. So it's a good thing we never got shot or hit with the golf ball while we were down there.
Kind of skeet shooter or something.
Cool.
Strangely enough, that neighbor who was throwing the golf balls, or practicing his swing and throwing away golf balls, he's kind of well-to-do because he's famous for doing Western sculptures, including the John Wayne sculpture in the LA airport that they keep featuring in the articles about how racist John Wayne was. They keep showing my neighbor's statue
Really?
of John Wayne instead of John Wayne.
Oh, shit.
Because it's at the, he also did a great Tom Landry that's in the Dallas airport, and the statue in our town square is by Bob Summers. I would love that to enlist him to do subgenius stuff, but he is in fact a creationist. and works with the Creation Evidence Museum instead of my Destruction Evidence Museum. And that's, he's Christian. That's okay.
All the
Yeah,
best
it's
ones.
a strange world out here.
Jesus is snagging up all the haughty celebs.
No, just this one Western artist. He's kind of Frederick. He's really good, like almost Frederick Remington level.
Him and Chris Pratt.
But he's instead of Bob riding a dinosaur, he really did sculpt a child, a biblical-looking child riding a brontosaurus.
Historically accurate.
Yeah. It's okay. We've got Paul Mavrides and Dr. Hal and John Hagenbrenner and all those other great artists, and Cat Feather and so forth. So, fuck the Creation Evidence Museum. Wait until I open the Destruction Evidence Museum with all my skeletons and fake footprints and shit.
Yeah, I'm sure you got closets full of them, right?
I do, and I do indeed. And I can take people on a tour if they're energetic enough. Sister Decadence has been down to see the ghost dinosaur tracks at Shelf Creek.
So you're gonna set up a shed and you'll get a nice painted billboard out by the road that come see
That's mostly done.
Crazy Ivan's Dino Ranch.
Yeah, we've got the shed. We've got the dinosaur tracks. We've got Noah's Ark, okay? The ruins of Noah's Ark where it sank on the Paluxy River. The dinosaurs.
All the Atlantis
The dinosaurs.
stuff you've got.
Huh?
All the Atlantis stuff you've got out there.
Oh, right. It's also the site of Atlantis, the lost continent.
You got the car from the Flintstones.
There are these are little Atlantean altars, obvious proof of Atlantean occupation. You'd have to see it to believe it. I'm going to probably end up making a video and not really offering $5 tours, but anybody who comes to visit us can get the tour. It's better in the winter months when it's not so hot and there aren't chiggers.
I want the tour where we get to go find Buddy.
Right.
But really, right in our backyard, I've got a skeleton, a fossilized cave subgenius male, and a fossilized cave subgenius. Well, it's a male too, but we call them Adam and Eve anyway. It's really Adam and Steve. And a devil, fossilized Cretaceous devil.
The devil, that's right. You have a nice devil.
Right, a devil that harassed dinosaurs 100 million years ago. We have that fossil. I've got pictures of him.
What are the distinguishing
there's been
features of a
pictures of
cave
the background.
subgenius? How are you able to tell it apart?
The male and female.
Or no, what
No,
makes it
they're
a
both
cave
from like a cave
subgenius?
painting.
They actually had dick bones.
Oh,
Cave subgenius
Wow.
had dick bones.
like raccoons.
Yeah, exactly. And what else? There's a fossilized alien, a gray from 100 million years ago. It crashed, and a robot that we assume must have belonged to the gray. A fossilized robot skeleton from the creek.
Wow.
And you can actually, these are real things that you can
From
look
the
at.
Cybergenesis.
100% real.
Yeah, they're 100% real, and I do
And
plan
only
to put up
$10
signs
to
along
see
the road
them.
like the Burma Shave signs. Care
Shade.
Steve, ghost dinosaur tracks, biblical proof, only $5. Man eating chicken, only $5. Turn left in 1 mile. That kind of thing.
It's awesome.
Turn back, you just missed the devil skeleton, biblical proof. It's all, we're relating all of this to the Bible because of, this is rural Texas. So, and we're in competition with an established creationist museum. Man, I wish I could show all of you that place. It's hilarious. I was afraid to go in there for 20 years, but this professional atheist got me to go in there with him, and I don't regret it. That $14 I spent. It was the most hilariously brain dead, blatantly fake. here's a man track inside a dinosaur track. So fucking fake. But I can work that into my spiel, see? When Noah's Ark sank on our property, the dinosaurs escaped and ran away. And Noah then followed after the dinosaurs, and that's why his tracks were done.
Are you talking about that Christian park next to the dinosaur park in Glen Rose?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I want to take my kid to that.
Oh, it's
Why?
a
You can
laugh
just
riot.
abuse them at
Well,
home
yeah.
for free.
They make a lot of money though. There's a Noah's Ark replica that's beautiful woodwork, and he actually has some real good fossils, great fossils. And he has a shitload of fakes, and everything in there is so fucking stupid. It's like being in a Jack Chick comic in real life.
Yeah, you sold me on it. I'll be down there as soon as there's no more COVIDs.
The regular dinosaur parks are fun too. You know.
Yeah, I was there last year. It was nice. I just noticed the Christian one. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go back.
Hey, Stang, are you near what's called the Permian Basin?
No, that's
Okay.
down near Austin.
Ew, Nigel.
Okay.
Hi, Nigel.
We're in the lower Cretaceous. Actually, the Glen Rose Formation is the name of the fossil area that we're in. It's not.
Okay.
It's famous for this place, but parts of the Glen Rose Formation appear in Arkansas and Oklahoma also. It's a boring formation. It's all clams and clams, oysters. We do have dinosaur tracks. We do have
That's
that
awesome.
in the river and the creeks all over the place. Tons of them. So there
Thank you
go.
for
And that
answering
little
that
place in town
question.
with the saltwater taffy.
It's a nice park.
If on my YouTube channel has a half-hour long edited special about when we and I went and made casts of the 3 main dinosaur tracks on our creek.
Right, I saw that. That's a good video.
That was very, very hard work because the tracks filled it fills up with clay and dirt and crap and shit. It took us 3 days to get it all out. And we were on a tight schedule because as soon as it rained again, we'd be fucked up. You know, we had to do it while it was dry. So we did it. And I've got 3 plaster casts of dinosaur tracks downstairs. They're not the best dinosaur tracks, but they're goddamn it, they're real. They're the real goddamn thing. And when you look at it, you can tell, yeah, some big fucking thing walked across here at some point. Actually, a bunch of them did. They're just faint. There's faint tracks. I learned to spot tracks better. I can also track a coon, a deer, a whole bunch of varmints. I don't have neighbors. I just got varmints. It's great.
You can still shoot either of them though.
Well, I'm saving up for a Taurus Judge. That's a gun that can either shoot 45 bullets or bird shot. And I mainly need it for the bird shot of snakes.
An express rifle?
No, it's some kind of a pistol.
Oh,
But it's $350. All the ladies, all the girls on Stang Ranch have one. And I figured I should at least have one of those because we really do have snakes.
You gotta.
Probably
you don't
ought
have
to have.
I know.
Do you have, like, a
between
stick?
there's good snakes and bad snakes. I would never hurt a good snake. We go to a lot of trouble to protect the good snakes because they eat the bad snakes' babies.
So you got a license to carry?
Snakes.
You have a
License
license to carry?
No, you don't need one, do you, in Texas?
Texas,
I
that's
think
like
you do.
God's America.
What license?
Right?
You don't need a license for anything in gun related here, do you?
I don't think so.
Every time I mention something like that, my brother and my nephew just laugh at me. Like, what, license? What are you talking about? And then my brother has a gun dealing license. He can sell guns.
All
I have no idea what's in that big locked up vault of his.
Porn.
But if the zombie apocalypse happens, well, we're dead.
Yeah.
But it'll last longer than I will. Princess, we did get handgun training from my brother a couple of years ago. She'd always been anti-gun. The minute she hit that target zombie clown a couple of times, she was like,
Yep.
I want to do this again.
That'll convert you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sis D knows how much fun handguns are.
No, she shoots.
Having connectivity problems, so I think I'm going to come upstairs.
Okay. It sounds okay and looks okay.
Not to me.
Oh. It's funny, I can hear her down there and then I hear her up here a half second.
Lag.
Well, that's the problem with jamming. You know, that's why the bands can't exactly jam or do sing-alongs without all special software to sync it up.
Nah, but it's perfect for Dr. Jams
It is
Because-
perfect.
There was some great
because it
stuff
keeps
last
you from
night.
doing that.
I heard some really cool stuff last night that I failed to record properly, and I still don't know why.
Well, I don't know if anybody's game. I'm up for it later.
I am too. I'll jam with y'all.
That Feather and Fit had though, that was too much fun.
Yeah, that was great. But that's not what I caught on tape or whatever. Ben,
Tape.
I still don't understand. Yeah, I still don't understand how that went wrong, right? Because we'd been successfully recording the weekend chat meetings and stuff. I'm doing it a whole different way, and also I'm hoping that Reverend Fox and Philo are getting some gigantic, enormous file that I'll later get from Dropbox or someplace.
But the key is anybody who wants to jam should really learn how to turn on original sound. You got to go to their website and set up the setting there. Then when you open this, it'll be one of your options.
That
Oh, really?
sets it up for the meeting. So actually, I think pressure, if you go to the website and you do that, it should work. Because I think that applies to participants in the meeting.
Oh, we're not just hooking up our amps to our microphones and our laptops.
I mean, if you got an audio interface, you could probably work something out.
The problem is the compression will cut out your instrument
Oh, well.
because it's looking for a human voice and it tries to kill everything else besides human voice.
Oh, okay.
Everything but human voices.
So you want to turn on original sound so it'll just take whatever you give it.
Oh, the secret.
I'll be back in a minute.
The sync lock interocitor.
Hey, Nigel, how's Joy?
Is he actually camping?
I
Can't
think,
hear
he,
on
your
dropped-
mic.
I think he dropped back off again.
Hey, man, I didn't see you there.
I see the video, but I think he might be. Can't hear him. Oh,
I can hear him.
damn, that's not fair.
I can't hear him. Sorry, bro.
I
I hear
can't
y'all
hear
just
him at all.
fine.
Wait a minute.
Whoa, it's Rocknar. Holy shit.
I know.
When did he sneak in here?
Rocknar, that's hilarious.
He's been lurking.
It's
Oh,
old.
Rocknar's not here for a
It's old folks reunion time.
You're lucky
I
it's
thought we were
me.
young, dumb kids still.
So I'm running X-Day 1998 in the background here.
Yay.
Man,
Those were the days.
I went there once.
How was it?
Pretty fun. Got that Jesus acid.
To
I think I
walk
took
into
my
any
kid.
fire.
I took my kid to the 1999 one.
Skip that one.
double X Day. Yeah. Go say.
Yeah.
The third one was Triple X Day, and that was going to be the real pornographic X Day.
Yeah, that's the one in my background, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
and
mass moon.
it actually kind of was in some ways, in ways that nobody would do now because of cell phones. You know, your grandma's going to see.
What's the X Day that's on Dr. Philo's screen? That one looks like the fun one.
Right.
That one has a train. We never had
Right.
a train at our X Days.
Oh,
Looks like a place in Northern California I went to.
That's Doc Stock. That's the hierarchy only party. Doc Stock.
Oh, is that a
That's
European
Doc
one?
Stock 19, I think.
Not fair.
Sorry, we can't tell you about that.
How much were gold cards again?
1,000.
Peas has one.
I think I still have one.
Yeah, what happened to Peas? You'd
Peas
think
said,
he'd be all over
Peas
this
said
guy.
that he doesn't want to hang out with any of you guys anymore, and because everybody's
quitting
been
the
mean
show.
to him, and he quit the show.
Yeah.
Well,
He's been
tell
cranky
him
lately.
I'm going to quit growing sugar
There
snap
we go. Whoa.
peas, man.
The
We
subgenius
don't appreciate
gold
him
card.
enough. We don't appreciate Peas enough. Yeah, we need to appreciate him more.
I just want to hear him apologize. He's really good at that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, when he shows up to do
He's
it.
not good for advertising soap.
Hell
no,
no.
not
Isn't that
really.
another-
He's the only guy that can sell soap and make you feel dirty.
Yeah.
He called me anti-American. He called me I'm anti-American.
This afternoon, I gotta say.
Hey, David, where is that setting in Zoom?
It's you go to the website to your account.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to
Oh
get
God,
you
I
there,
haven't done this
booger.
forever. Hold on.
Wait, are we doing plugins?
It's buried in the friggin' site. Control F for
wait a minute.
audio in the settings. You should be able to find. Or I think it's in
Okay, you're
meeting
bowling, little girl.
Wait, I've got two people talking. Who's got the answer for me?
I think it's in meeting settings, which was on the top thing. Maybe I Control F for audio after I clicked around a little bit and I managed to find it, and it didn't. It only worked for meetings I set up. So
It's in meeting settings. Okay, so I'm there. I'm looking at that. And
Check 1, 2.
Exciting stuff.
Mr. Sister, is that your card? The background?
Yes.
Oh wait.
My canine masters are calling me, and I'm going to go away for about an hour or so.
Okay, actually, it looks like it might be in the. Well, I'm on.
Watch
Mac,
out for
so
snakes.
Preferences.
I gotta go to work.
If you
so I'll
hit-
see y'all.
Sight Chin.
If you're on your app, maybe go to preferences and in audio tab, advanced. It looked like you could do it without even going to the website.
okay, so I am where now?
Everybody who has the app can go. I think maybe because I just found a different way. Go. I'm on a Mac, so but on if you go to Zoom.us up at the top, you go to preferences. And then you go to audio and
So
advanced.
again, let me just clarify. This is in the app.
Yeah, I think I don't know how it works. I know there's one on the website too, but there's apparently one here in the.
I'm in the PC version. You with the main Zoom window, you hit the gear icon on the top right under where you should see your profile icon. And
I
that
don't
should
have a
open
gear
your
icon.
settings.
That ain't fair.
Yeah, well, it's what we get for going along with the rest of humanity on our basic
Yeah.
platforms.
Well, they put out different versions.
Hey,
of the
which
app with
version of
different
Linux
icons.
did you guys download this week? Okay.
Kubuntu, as a matter of fact. Thank you very
Ooh,
much.
I knew you'd say something. Kubuntu,
Sure, why not?
LSD Buntu.
I've been really disappointed that on Linux you can't do an animated background.
Philo trying to talk with his mic muted.
Philo's not even there.
lips.
Oh.
I just don't leave it on because there's a lot of typing and noise in the background.
Yeah, I got a toddler. It could go off at any minute.
To clarify earlier, I asked something about did you guys want me to live stream this, and I heard 3 people say yes. Did you guys want
Live
me to
stream it where? On Discord?
I could live stream it on YouTube.